Emma Hatfield,
Robert Edwards,
Corner Pocket Swing.
Brisbane, Australia. And today we taught a Balboa Fundamentals workshop.
And we covered quite a bit of stuff. We started today with our uphold basic. So the steps for that go 1, 2, up, down, 5, 6, up, down, 1, 2, up, down, 5, 6, up, down. So we're just gathering and replacing our feet on 3, 4, and 7, 8. Looks like this with a partner. 1, 2, up, down, step, step, up, down. 1, 2, gather, step, 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 gather, step. Okay, our connection we talked about is the side of my chest
To the center of my chest.
and
We do want to lock into that connection.
so that there's like a gravity between us, a magnet. What I don't want to be doing is using my arm to squeeze my follower to me like a tube of toothpaste. You want to keep the toothpaste in the follower.
tube.
And so Emma will connect to me. We could do this with no hands at all, and we do some little prep rocks before we start. We're offset, open to one side in a V shape, and so that means that I can step my left foot past Emma, Emma can step her left foot past me, and we don't bang our toes together. And then we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Okay. Then we taught ad-libs. We just did side-to-side ad-libs today with no transition, just straight on in.
Yes, so after one basic, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
And 1,
2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8.
And the
Basic, hold, step, step, hold. We do that facing the other way. It looks like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
And then we took that down to the 4 counts in each direction.
Right, so there we had 8s. We went an 8 count that way and an 8 count that way. We can do 4 counts in each direction. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Basic, hold and step, step, hold, step. We can also do 2s.
Which is essentially like the prep rocks we do at the beginning.
When we do our prep rocks though, we tend to go forwards and backwards.
Forwards and back.
Forwards,
And
back.
back. Into our next step.
When we do ad-libs, these ones are side to side. So we're going side and side and side and side. So if we do a little musical sequence, we can do a phrase of swing music that has 8s, 4s and 2s, and it looks like this. Imagine this is the last 8 of the previous phrase. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. Now we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then a new phrase starts. You can do a basic.
Then we moved into the bell swing portion, starting with a come around.
Right. So first of all, we did a circle. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. And instead of doing uphold basic, for this we used step, step, down, step, step, down.
But we wanted to make sure that we really flowed through each down rather than using it as a stop.
Right, so the rhythm is quick, quick, slow, quick, quick, slow, quick, quick, slow, quick, quick, slow.
So
And when we make that circle though, instead of going back on 1, 2 like in a basic, I'm going to start going 1 a little bit to the side and around my partner.
Quick, slow.
Quick, quick, slow. And so it's on counts 4 and 8, you want to continue your motion even though you're not actually stepping. You're just doing a hold, but you want to keep flowing. So it's 1, 2, up, hold, step, step, up, hold, step, step, down, step, step, down,
Go into
step,
your
step,
basic.
hold, and step, step, hold. And I will note that when you do a basic on count 5, your right leg leader steps forward and back. When we do this circle, we still want to have that little forward and back movement on the end of our circle. So I'm going 1, 2, 3, forward and back. And this creates a more comfortable circle for our follow. 1, 2, 3, forward and back. Basic, hold and step, step, hold, step. So you can see there we've switched back into our hold basic after our come around.
And then we went into lollies.
Then we did lollies, and we actually used this come around as our transition to open out into lolly kicks. So it looked like this. Basic, 5, 6, 7, 8. Do the lolly kicks. We have got a tap and a kick, tap and a kick. We want to try to have a little pulse, a constant pulse. Do, 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 do. And try to get a fairly large amount of hip action, lots of swing, and working off each other into the hand and stretch in and out. Okay. Once we and we also had the leaders who would move orbit around the follower, kicking once to each wall. Boop.
The follower staying right on the spot as the leader orbits around us.
Yes, you can travel in a line across the room, you can have the followers travel around the leader. It's not stuck in place, it's dancing.
And then we went from lollies back to closed.
Lollies to close, that's
The
right.
throw out.
1, 2, 3, 5 back, stretch, release,
Catch
do,
and
do,
whee!
do. The come around back to closed is like the second half of our come around in a circle. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. That 5, 6, 7 happens on the end of our throw out. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3. So the step back on 6, tap back, stretch. It's just a little one. And the count that we catch our followers back
is count 1.
1.
Nice and early.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
and
7, 8. 1,
the
2,
back and
wee. 5, 6, 7.
8.
We talked about doing our wee on 3 when you go into the throw out. We've actually talked about taking the lollies out and going straight into a throw out, because doing a throw out is basically like going to lollies without
Doing lollies.
just with one less hand. You take your right hand away. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. And the wee on 3. 1, 2, wee. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, wee. 5, 6, 7. So you get a wee on 3 on 2 places. And to encourage people to make sure that they did let go of their partner in a timely fashion, we did a la on count 7. 1, 2, wee, 5, 6, la. 1, 2, wee, 5, 6, 7. Cool.
And
We also talked about bell swing basic movement, in and out and in movement, like maxi door. And we had
Out
1, 2,
and
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Step together was the main thing to remember with it. In, gather, step together, in, gather. Making sure we expand our arms and contract. So if you're practicing it on your own, out, out, in, gather, out, in, gather. And then we converted that into crossovers.
Yes, so
Sorry.
imagine that we are standing in a square box. On count 1, I'm taking my left foot towards the back left corner of the box
And
here.
I'm taking my right foot towards my back left corner.
We step together, then we step in for our slow, straight,
In,
pivot. and then the other corner.
Out,
together, in, pivot, out, together, in, pivot.
out, together,
It's
in.
important. Sylvia Sykes would be unhappy with me if I didn't point out that the out and ins are straight back, straight in. The rotation happens when you're in. Not when you're not in. So it looks like this with a partner.
Straight, out,
and cross,
in, gather,
out and cross,
in, gather,
out and in, out and in.
pivot.
And we want to really encourage flow in the crossovers.
So there's no stop
There's
moment.
no, if we are just doing a straight out and in, just as an exercise to get our fundamental movement, here we're blocking because I'm physically in the way. But once we start doing a crossover, there's no blocking, there's no compression. It's a flow through the middle, stretch and go, stretch and go, stretch and pass, stretch and pass. And to get into this out and in movement from pure bal, I can basically very easily just create
5, 6, 7.
out and in, out and in. I can just create space between us. On count 1, I just step back but project a little bit to create space between me and my partner. So if we're doing
1, 2,
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, out and across, out and across. To come back to closed, we can utilize our we on 3 and our end of our come around 5, 6, 7, 8 from crossovers or any out and in movement. Out and in, out and in. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's actually very simple. Out and in, out for 1, 2. When you come in for your in, you just close into close embrace. Do a good rotation on 3, 4, finish your come around 5, 6, 7, 8.
Okay. That's a little extra what we didn't teach, but that was mostly what we taught in class today.
Yep.
Thank you for coming.